Good evening, beautiful woman. Welcome to Isaya's Inspiring Evenings, a podcast full of goddess stories, witches' secrets, colours of women and fairy seasons to integrate serenity, abundance, joy and magic into your life. This is episode 15, Recover Some Free Time with Athena. I am IsayaBelle, creatrix, magico-pragmatic life and business coach, goddess teacher and traveling priestess, and this podcast aims to accompany you for peaceful and inspiring evenings. Isaya's Inspiring Evenings is a podcast published every week on Saturdays, and you will find more information and the references I am talking about on the website IsayaBelle.com. Subscribe to the podcast on the platform of your choice to be informed of the publication of each new episode. If you like this podcast, you can support it by leaving stars, blue thumbs, and reviews on whatever platform you listen to me. For a few days now, I've been thinking about this feeling that I often have lately. This feeling of having a lot of free time, plenty of free time, and long periods of time, moreover. So, of course, we are living in the midst of a pandemic. I have been almost locked down for about 12 months now, and I work from my computer, without any outing almost, except for a few errands and the walks which bring me so much good. In fact, this feeling of having more time, I've been feeling it for a long time, long before lockdown and its limitations. The first time I felt this feeling was right after I finished reading one of my favorite books, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. The author explains at length how, according to him, we organize our time, we manifest it, we literally create it on the scale of the day, the week, of the month, the year, of a whole life. I highly recommend this reading, the chapter on time being just one of the chapters of this fascinating book that has transformed my way of thinking. This reading made me curious about the way I view time and made me pay attention to the different moments of time, and especially to the way I feel them. I remember the summer holidays of my childhood, those endless stretches of time, those endless afternoons in the twilight of the obligatory nap, Greece, you know, those identical and wonderful days, those summers that never seemed to end. I remember those days consistently interrupted by my child's breastfeeding, those months where my time was not mine, when it was dictated to me by my son's needs, those half hours stolen in the tub, those sleepless nights but so full of tenderness, those days when succeeding in folding all the laundry was an accomplishment. I remember those lost afternoons playing with my children, those hours spent cooking, ironing, repairing children's toys, an unconscious but consenting puppet of the time and needs of another, of others around me. For a few years now, my children have grown up, and they manage their time without imposing on mine. And today I am very vigilant in managing my time, in creating and organizing my hours, my days, my months, my years. I know today that I can have as much time as I need, as much time as I want. I just have to take the time. For a while now, I have been pacing my time with that of nature, the moon, and the sun, and I am finding my way back to longer time, calmer time, to more free time. Back to our minutes. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the means, the methods I have put in place to save time, to manage my time freely, to hold time in my hand, with the help of Goddess Athena. Say no more often. The first and most important decision is, if possible, to say no much, much more often, and especially when the demands of others are not imperative, let alone urgent. Yes, I hereby give you permission to say no, to say not right now, to say later, to say Manage on your own for once. Try it. You'll see, it's crazy how much time we save, not entering the time of others, the needs of others, not being interrupted, not wasting time with and for others. Let's be clear, I am not suggesting that you say no to everyone all the time. Simply be careful not to be constantly in somebody else's time and time management. Group your work in batches. My second tip is to suggest that you group your work together in batches, whether it's doing a single day of laundry or cooking per week, fortnight, month, or if you are in control of your working time, to organize days or half days on a single subject and to stop jumping from one subject to another, which all too often causes wasted time, loss of concentration, latency, etc. Make the most of your lost time. Have you measured the time that you spend doing things that do not entirely occupy you? I suggest that you do at the same time two things, one compulsory and the other which makes you happy, at times in your day, in your week. Listen to a podcast or an audiobook and cultivate yourself while you hang the laundry or do the dishes. Watch a documentary while you work out at the gym or at home. Knit in front of the TV. Listen to a conference while peeling the potatoes. Listen to music while sorting your mailbox, etc. Here are some ideas that allow me not to have the feeling I'm wasting my time, but making myself happy while accomplishing certain tasks I find daunting. Let go of TV and social media. This is surely the decision that may seem the most difficult to make. And yet, I promise you that reducing the time we spend in front of the TV or social media considerably increases the time available to do something else. Here again, I do not suggest that you burn the TV and your mobile phone, but I invite you to pay attention and to be vigilant of the time you devote to these activities while reflecting on the well-being and the pleasure that this time brings you. The key is to find a balance that is comfortable for you and not to use social media, television or screens in general as a means of escaping from a life that would surely be richer and more joyful if you devoted your energy on filling it with joy, creativity, rest, physical activity, etc. Plan your priorities. My last tip, which in fact is more of a method and a lifestyle choice, is to plan, organize, and manage my time in advance, whether it's short time, tomorrow, or long time, this fall. I have developed systems that allow me to no longer be overwhelmed by urgent things, techniques that allow me times of rest and leisure, and I can say today that I am the mistress of my time and not the other way around. If you're interested in these techniques, these methods, these tips, I invite you to click on the link in the description of the podcast to learn about my online program, the Athena system, 6 weeks to organize yourself and change your habits for those who make you feel good. I also invite you to remember that each day lasts 24 hours for each and every one of us. How you spend your days, though, is up to you. What steps you take to choose your time. So this is my invitation to you. Dare to choose the time to live. If you are the queen of unfinished lists, if you're tired all the time, if you are on the deck all day long and feel your ship is taking water, if you feel overwhelmed and don't know how to sort it all out, if you try to do everything but fail at completing anything, if you think you've tried everything, if you feel that you have had enough of improvising solutions, if you are convinced that you do not know how to organize yourself, what about letting the goddess Athena inspire you to get organized and swap your habits for one that make you feel good, even if you believe organization is boring and beyond you? I present to you the Athena system, a 100% online, 100% practical, and 100% magical program in 6 weeks to imagine, plan, structure, take action, and celebrate your new organization. Organized, de-stressed, structured, lightened, you will walk with a joyful step towards the realization of your goals and your desires. What if you were organized enough to handle everything life throws at you? What if you could see your schedule at a glance every morning? If your big plans and dreams finally saw the light of day? What if each of your daily habits supported you and helped you create greater well-being? What if planning, organization, structure, and self-discipline opened the doors to joy, flow, and success? Thanks to Athena and my easy-to-implement system, you can truly change your daily life and your future in just 6 weeks. Click on the link in the description to find out more. That's it for this episode. The next one is still in creation. Thanks for listening, and don't forget, if you want to support this podcast, share, subscribe, and leave stars, blue thumbs, and a review on whichever platform you listen to. If you want to be accompanied in the change processes that life offers you, if you want to participate in the awakening of feminine energy in the world, live your life as a goddess, know the secrets of witches, and apply the rituals of fairies in your daily life, please contact me by going to the VIP coaching page of my website, IsayaBelle.com, or by participating in the retreats, programs, or courses that I offer regularly. You can also subscribe to my newsletter to be informed of all the news in the real and virtual world of IsayaBelle. You will, of course, find this podcast on all platforms, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, etc., but also on YouTube and on my site, IsayaBelle.com, on the podcast page.